Today we're talking about Clubhouse, how you can use it to grow your business, scale your business, and really make real meaningful connections that can add value to your business. Make sure you guys tune in. This is the video that you want to watch. Hey guys, I'm Shani Sanders. Welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about Clubhouse. Clubhouse. I don't know if you guys know about this app yet. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do. I don't know if you have access yet, but for those of you that do and those of you that want access, you're going to be blown away by the information I'm about to give you about this app. A lot of people don't know that this app is just truly, it's real human one-on-one connection. It's not like Instagram. It's not like YouTube here where you're just watching a video and you're not really able to interact. It is actually conversations being had by top leaders around the world in top different industries and fields that can really help you grow your business, that can really show you tactics to really help you get to scale your business and get monetized, that show you how to get brand deals. I've been in rooms there that talked about how to pitch your TV show, and you have an opportunity to pitch your TV show to actual TV producers and people who are looking for shows. So Clubhouse is truly an amazing app, but also like any other social media app, you have to be careful about the type of conversation you listen to. You have to be careful about making sure you don't send money to people. Be cautious also when you use social media because people can't pretend to be whatever they want to be, and you just want to make sure you always be cautious. And I really wanted to get that out. But that's what we're going to talk about today in this video. We're going to talk about Clubhouse. I've been dying to do this video about Clubhouse simply because I heard so much about it, and I finally now get the opportunity to use the app and to see the value that it adds. It's just been really amazing to me. And if you don't know what Clubhouse is, listen, Clubhouse is just an audio-based app where you can join in conversation with family, friends, and thought leaders around the world. It doesn't matter where you live. You could be anywhere around the world and you could drop into these conversations and really gain so much value out of it. And so that's really what it is. It's an audio-based app. It's like being a fly on the wall at a conference when you want to listen to, Beyonce speak. You know what I mean? And you want to be in a conversation with Beyonce, and you're actually in that conversation. It's almost like, hey, they called me on three-way, and now I'm in the conversation talking with Beyonce. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Not saying that Beyonce was on there in the room, so don't go flooding to the app thinking Beyonce's on there, because I have yet to see Beyonce come on there and be in the room. Because if she does, I'm definitely going to be in that room, and I'm definitely going to be on stage asking questions. But it's that type of app where you make real connections with people and you get real value. Listen, I am such a digital girl where I take all my notes using my laptop. And because I've been on Clubhouse, since I've been on Clubhouse, I actually had to go out and buy me a notebook. I had to go buy a notebook because there's so many different things that are being added and so many things that are being given, strategies and tactics that are being given to help you grow your business, to help you launch a business, to help you build, to help you launch digital products. And so much information is being given that I actually don't get a notepad so I can use pen and paper. Pen and paper, yeah, I'm using pen and paper. I know a lot of you probably already use pen and paper, but I've never been a note taker since I've been in digital all these years. I've always used my computer, but I'm now a note taker with pen and paper because that's how much good stuff is being given. And I'm like, I have to write this down because I have to know this stuff. So it's a great opportunity to learn a lot about your business, to learn how to continue to grow by people who are truly successful at it. Like people who have gained millions of dollars, who are millionaires, and just everyone on every level that are giving you opportunities and strategies that you can really grow. So I wanted to have this conversation because I wanted you to understand the value that it can bring to your business if you're not on Clubhouse. So how to get on Clubhouse. Right now, you have to be invited to get on Clubhouse. They just opened up to Android users, and I was super excited about that. And so I've only been on this app probably about 3 weeks now, or 3 or 4 weeks, I think it's been open. I don't even think it's been 4 weeks yet, honestly. But it's just open to Android users, and they're still rolling out a lot of features for Android users. I think when I first joined, you couldn't connect your social media. I had to find someone who has an iPhone and log into my account on their phone in order to add my social media to my account. But I believe just on Wednesday, they just launched an upgrade. They just released an upgrade in terms of now any Android user can add their social media to their account. You just have to update the app to do it. So it's just really, they're getting better at rolling out features for us Android users and being a part of the conversation. But right now, I think you can only still join by invitation only. So if you know someone who has Clubhouse, they can easily send you an invitation. I've been sending them out to friends like crazy because I see the value in it, and I want everyone to be able to have this value and experience this growth that happens when you're on Clubhouse. And so that's really how you get on the app. You have to be invited, but the value that you get from being on this app is so worth it. And you don't have to be that person that comes in, that speaks, that hosts rooms and create their own clubs. You can just be that person that listens, because you get a lot of value from just listening too. But if you want to grow on Clubhouse, the way you do that is that you raise your hand, you get on stage, you add value to the conversation. You ask questions that people want to know, that people in the audience probably are sitting there wanting to know themselves. So that's how you grow. I mean, there's so many ways to grow on there. And a lot of people love it simply because they've seen so much growth on it. Just by me being on Clubhouse the past 3 weeks, I have seen such an amazing growth on my Instagram account, because I am that person who comes in, who has questions, who want to know what's going on. I have questions about business. I have questions about growing my business. I have questions about launching my digital products. And so I'm on stage, I'm giving questions. I'm also adding value, because if I'm a part of a conversation that I might know a little about, and I might know some different tactics and tools and strategies that you can implement, then I'm going to get on stage and I'm going to offer that. And I'm going to give that, and I'm going to add that value to that conversation, because I've been in this business, in the marketing and branding field for 25 plus years. I do know a lot, and I do have some knowledge, some expertise to give. But that's how you grow on there. You get on, you raise your hand. Don't be afraid to raise your hand. Don't be afraid to get on stage and to ask questions, because what you have and what you've learned in your business can bring so much value to someone else. So you want to make sure that you use this app in a way that it truly helps you. And if you just want to be on the app just to listen, then that's cool too. A lot of people do that, but you get so much more out of it when you're actually interacting and making connections, like real connections with people saying, hey, I like what you're doing. You could totally do it. Don't be afraid to make that jump, to take that step, to take that leap of faith. And also I'm telling you this advice to show you how to do it, but please come back, because we want to know exactly what happened next, what you did next. We want to hear your success story. We want to hear your fails too, because we can help you through those not so great or those fails and tell you how to get back up from that. That's what it's being done. So there's great conversations, there are great rooms, and the way you get rooms added to your hallway is what they call it. Is by when you first sign up, you're gonna have to click your interests. Like, what are you interested in hearing? What conversations should this app, feed up to you based off your interests? Like, I'm interested in Instagram, I'm interested in Clubhouse, I'm interested in entrepreneurship, I'm interested in women issues, parenting, marriage, advice. So many different things. So you get to pick from all these different categories. And once you pick from those categories, then they begin to create your hallway. Your hallway is your list of rooms that you can go into at any time. All you have to do is just tap on that room. So that's what is your hallway. The more rooms you go into, the more clubs you join. And if you want to know when those clubs are actually having rooms, then those rooms begin to be added to your hallway. When that club is hosting something, they're added to your hallway. So that's kind of how it works. That's how you get the type of rooms that get surfaced up to you, is because they are sending you rooms that you say you were interested in, and also rooms that you interacted with, people that you follow, clubs you join. Those are how your rooms become in your hallway. And it's such a cool way. Like, I joined a conversation because I think every week all the founders have a room, host a room, just telling people about Clubhouse, telling people the upgrades, telling people their why. Why they started, and what was their goal for this app. And so I was in the conversation with the founders, and they just talked about how it's like going to a party, and being able to be in a party with some really cool people, and you listen to great conversations, and you can kind of go into conversation if you want. But you know what? If you don't like the conversation, you could just kind of slip away easily without people knowing it. So they have that feature where if you're in a room and you're kind of like, you like the title, but then you get into the room and you're kind of like, ooh, I don't think this is for me, you can leave quietly. They have a functionality that says leave quietly. And you leave that room and you go to the next. So when you're on this app, you choose what rooms you get to be in. I've been in rooms that it's been so insightful. I've been in rooms that I've learned a lot. I've been in rooms that has been emotional, added value in terms of like, hey, I'm able to pour into other people and understand their struggles that they're going through with their business or in their life because they mirror mine. And so you make that connection with people that are going through the same thing you're going through. And then I've been in rooms that were really not that great. I've been in rooms where, you know, and when it comes to relationship rooms and religious rooms, you really have to be careful because there are a lot of people on here who are creating rooms based off religion, but I don't believe giving the best advice. But that's just me in the room that I went in, and I decided to leave because it wasn't serving me and it wasn't adding value to me with their ways. But you know, there's a lot of organizations on rooms on there that talk about religion, your particular religion, and it might be definitely a great room for you to be in to learn and connect with people who are in your same faith. So that's really up to you, you know. So this is not anything about me promoting religion. This is really up to you. I'm just telling you, I've been in rooms where I have been like, oh my God, why is this room even created? Why is this conversation here? So let me get out of this room. So that's the good thing about it. Sometimes you get into a room and it's like the conversation doesn't sound the greatest to you and it seems like it's going left. You can easily just leave it. You don't have to stay in it. Some of us do, because when it's controversial rooms, you're kind of like, I kind of want to listen to this and see how crazy these people are and why they act this way or why they feel this way. But you have opportunity to leave. So whatever conversation you don't like, you can just leave, and you don't have to worry about somebody calling you out because you're leaving. You just leave the room and move on to the next conversation, because there's so many great conversations on there. Every morning I listen to a conversation called Breakfast with Champions, and it's a really great room. It's just great, successful people, entrepreneurs, business owners who are in the room and talking about business, talking about, you know, wins and fails and how to help each other, how to do better strategies. So it's a really great conversation. And sometimes I go into this room called the Morning Tea, and this one young lady does it, and she's in California, and that's another great way. So it's just so many different opportunities for you to have a really great room. And you want to be able to go into really great rooms, and you want to find those conversations that really matter to you. And so the Morning Tea is it's a really cool room simply because they talk about all trending topics, like all the different things that happen in music, TV, whatever topics that are trending in entertainment, they talk about it. And so it's a really cool room to go into at times if you just kind of want that type of conversation. Also, another great room that I'm going to in an organization, a club that I'm a part of, is called the Fed, and it's the Female Entrepreneurship Discussion. And they have great discussions in that room. On Fridays and Saturdays, they have discussions about, you know, it's just I think the room just kind of flows. They don't necessarily have a particular topic, but I think it just flows in terms of like, that's when women come in that room and we discuss like our hardships. We discuss the things that we're feeling that week, the things that we're trying to overcome, the things that we did overcome, our wins. The last time, I think that when I decided to join the club is they were having a conversation about imposter syndrome. And I'm gonna definitely do a video about imposter syndrome, because it's a real thing and a lot of people go through it and a lot of people struggle with it. I myself do as well. You know, but just that feeling of, you know, feeling like, okay, am I good enough? Am I really, will people listen to what I have to say? Is what I have to say valuable to people? So it's just that whole struggle that you go through with being of your expertise in your field, or just the knowledge you have. You don't gotta be the expert, just the knowledge that you have in your field and what you know, because I was struggling with that with me deciding to launch my digital course, DIY social media. And so I was struggling with that with doing that course to say, hey, you know, can I teach people what I know? I've seen a really great growth on Instagram and YouTube and Pinterest and all these other platforms, and I really want to be able to show other people how to do it. Because I did it myself. I create my own photos. I take my own photos, my own lifestyle shots. I create my own content. I create my own creatives. I do everything myself, and I wanted to show people that, hey, you can do it too. If you don't have it in your budget to hire a content creator, you don't have it in your budget to hire a photographer, then I'm going to show you how to do it yourself, just like I did. And so I was struggling with launching that course and creating that course because I didn't know if it was something that would add value to people. And so being in that room and discussing that with those group of women, and for them to pour into me the way they did and to affirm me and to say, hey, you're moving in the right direction. It is exactly what God intended for you to do. So you just have to do it. It was an amazing discussion, and I loved every minute of it. So that was the time that I decided I'm going to join this club. I'm going to be a part of this conversation. I'm going to add value. And I only been on Clubhouse 3 weeks. I've been in this room, the Female Entrepreneurship Discussion Room, and I'm a part of the club, and now I'm a moderator for that club as well. So I'm on stage, I'm moderating, I'm pouring into people, people are still pouring into me. And then that's the great thing about being a part of that particular club, is that not only do you get to pour into other people, people pour into you too. And then the growth that you see from this, from just being on Clubhouse, not just from being in that particular club, but when you join clubs that you feel are going to add value to you. Join clubs that that you can add value to. Join clubs that truly give you information or discussions that you need that are around what you're interested in. You know, because every time you join one, you get a notification when they're doing rooms, and then you get to go in and be a part of those discussions and talk. You know, so just make sure you find places where you're comfortable, where you feel like you can join, where you're going to be able to add to the conversation. Because a lot of times I go into rooms too, and sometimes they feel a little cliquish, where people will bring certain people on stage who they know. You can raise your hand, but they won't bring you on stage because they don't know you. So they kind of like created this whole clique. And it's only because they've been on Clubhouse a while, and these are just the people that they know. So as new people coming into Clubhouse, you know, they don't necessarily know. But just, you know, so that kind of thing I don't really care much for. But still the conversations are good. But I noticed that on there that it can be a little cliquish. A couple rooms can be a little cliquish. So stay away from those rooms. They don't really serve well. I mean, like I said, some of them give good information and good value. So if you want to do that, that's fine. But go into a room where your voice is able to be heard. Because the founder for Female Entrepreneurship Discussions, Savannah, she created this room simply because she was that woman who was in a room, they was having a conversation, she wanted to join the conversation, she raised her hand, and they turned off the raised hand notification. And it really made her feel, I don't know, like her voice was silenced. And so because she felt like her voice was silenced, she decided to create an organization herself, a club herself that is, and say, you know what, I'm letting every voice be heard in this club. I'm not turning off my hand raised notification. If you want to come on stage and express yourself, you can, because your voice is important and your voice will be heard. And so that's why she created the Female Entrepreneurship Room. And that's why I truly like this room a lot. And I love this room because you get an opportunity to get on stage and your voice can be heard, and you get supported. You're not getting torn down, you're not getting torn to pieces. No question is wrong. No one is judging you. It is truly a room for you to express yourself, for other women to tell you, hey, I might be this millionaire woman. I create all these great services and products, but I struggle with this too, just like you do. I've been in that place where you are, and I've overcome it, and now I'm here. So that's the kind of thing I like. I like support, and then the connection doesn't just stay on Clubhouse. It moves off that. A lot of these women have conversations with each other. A lot of these women recognize, hey, we live in the same city, let's meet up. So there's so much that's happening. So if you're interested in really connecting with people, find yourself a room where you feel real supported and that you can really make those real connections. Because even sometimes in those rooms where there's hundreds of people and they're truly big thought leaders, it's hard for you to get on that stage and then to make that connection with that person. So when you go to a smaller room and you're able to cultivate a relationship with people based off just a smaller size room, it's so much more meaningful than any other thing that you can have. So that is a great opportunity. And also, let's talk about the growth opportunity. Oh my God. I've been on Clubhouse, like I said, it's 3 weeks, and I don't even think it's been 4 weeks yet. And I have seen my Instagram account has blown up. I have gained so many followers from just being on there. Like anytime you raise your hand, anytime you get on stage to speak, you gain followers. Anytime. I don't care who you are. You are going to gain followers because people are always scrolling through the room to see who's in there. People are always reading your bio. That's why you got to make sure you have a really good bio. You got to have a good bio. You got to have a good picture of yourself up there. And also you need to make sure that your social media account is connected to it. Because if you don't connect your Instagram account and you come on stage and you ask for help, and they can't go onto your Instagram account to see how they can help you with your business or your brand, or how you can help you sell or market your business or your brand or your product or service, then there's no reason going on stage. Because once you go on stage, I have seen so many great people be transformed just for being on stage, having their social media account connected, and all these great people are telling them, hey, this is what you need to do. This is what's going on with your content. This is what you can do better. And they're really able to break it down for them. And then they say, now, you know what? We're not going to take up all the time on stage. There's other people on stage that will have questions. We're going to take this offline. You know, I'm a DM me, and we'll talk further because I really want to help you do this. and you're just like, I just got some free mentoring just like that. I didn't even have to pay for that. I didn't have to pay for a coaching program for $10,000. I just got some free coaching and I just got some free mentoring. And that's what happened in a lot of these rooms. So that's what I'm saying. Don't be afraid to be in smaller rooms. Don't be afraid to raise your hand and get on stage when you feel comfortable, because I didn't raise my hand the first week that I joined. I probably didn't raise my hand maybe for, I don't know, like another week. And then I said, you know what? And I'm reading, because I'm learning the app, I'm going in the rooms, I'm seeing how to interact with it, how people are using it. And so I said, you know what? Now it's time for me to raise my hand. It's time for me to raise my hand, get on stage, ask questions, add value to a conversation. And when I started doing that, I started seeing growth. Not only I see growth on my Clubhouse profile, but I see growth on my Instagram profile. And I'm just like, and Twitter. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Just by speaking like this, and I can add all this value. So it's really that type of thing, and I really want you guys to understand that, and I really hope you guys use this app in the best way. It is the #1 way, and I'm going to say this right now, this is documented. It is the #1 way to grow on social media. Using Clubhouse is the #1 way to grow. It's the #1 way to sell your product or service. If you want to see true sales, it happens on Clubhouse. Being able to get on that stage, talk about your product, talk about your service that you're offering in a meaningful way that add value to people, they are going to go to your profile. They're going to scroll down. They're going to hit that Instagram button. They're going to go over. They're going to follow you, and they're going to DM you and actually they want to know more. How can they get what you have? I had so many people DM me about, are you offering any courses? Are you doing, what else can you offer me anything? That's when I decided to launch my DIY social media courses. My DIY social media digital courses is something I'm working on right now. The first one I'm launching is the Instagram edition, being able to teach people on how to use Instagram, but how to do it yourself. That's what DIY is do it yourself social media. You are doing it yourself. And so that's the new course I'm going to be launching. And when I'm finished with that course, when I'm launching that course, I'm creating all the assets for it now. I will link it in all my videos going forward so that all of you as well can have access to it. But it's going to be an amazing course, because people think it's so hard to create their own content, and it's not, to come up with great captions. It's not. I'm going to show you how to work smarter and not harder, and make it very easy for you to follow. So I really hope you guys are interested in that course. And if you are, drop me a comment below and let me know. But listen, that's all I have for you when it comes to Clubhouse. I can go on and talk about this, but I don't want to make this like a 50 or 60 minute video. I just wanted to come on and just give some quick things about it, because this app is so amazing, and I'm seeing so much growth and I'm seeing so much value out of it that I had to do this video for it. With only being on it for 3 weeks, I had to do this video and I had to share it with you guys. So I really hope you guys get an opportunity to get on Clubhouse. Like I said, it's invite only. If you know someone who has an iPhone, know someone that's on it, ask them to send you an invitation. If I knew you guys, I will send you an invitation, because that's how valuable it is. And I really hope this video has helped you guys and help you understand that you need to be on this app. So listen, if it has, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you join my channel, subscribe to the channel. I push out videos every week talking about how you can grow your business online using social media, and giving you realistic tools and tactics on how to get that done. So please join the channel, subscribe, hit the notification button so that way you'll know when I'm uploading videos, and you'll get that notification so you'll be able to get on the channel and look at those videos right away. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm Shani Sanders. This is my channel, this is my journey, and I'm just here to serve you and to make sure that you get what I'm getting, and try to teach it to you so you can really help grow your business. Until next time, I see you guys.